So in this video, we are going to create a storage account using the blob storage. Okay. So just go over here into all services, click on the storage account. You do have an option to search directly from here. So for example, just click on storage account. These are the current storage accounts that are available with us right now. If you want to edit, you can edit it, you can delete it as well. Just click on one of the storage account that is already created for you. Okay. So just click on um, open in Explorer. So as soon as you go to any storage account that is your currently created for you, if you just go to the overview, it will show you a services over here, a blob, the file, the table, as well as the queue. If you go to the activity logs, it will show you all the operations that has occurred in last everything about this account, right? Everything happened, list keys, so all the events that occurred on your storage account. I'm just looking at the existing storage account and not the new one. This is about the IAM role, identity and access management. Again, we will talk about it in detail, how to create these roles, how to assign the permissions, and this is about the tags, right? So you do have an option to assign a key and pair value combination here, right? So that is also an option that you can take. Okay. Let's say, for example, for this account, it is the key is e-learning or application name, and you can just name it as e-learning. Okay, just save this tag, so this is added with your application name as e-learning. So if you just search for the resources over here, you can easily access the resource. Next is diagnostic and solve the problem. So if you are experiencing any issues with this particular storage account, you can just go to the different options that you have it over here. Access keys, a very important thing, right? If you want to use this particular storage account in your code, then you can just copy this access keys, and if you just go into the notepad, and once you go to the notepad, just type this particular access key. It shows your application how to connect it to this particular storage account in the Azure cloud. These are the two keys that are created, right? Key and the connection strings that you can use to connect it. Go to the configuration tab. Right now, this is a standard storage and not the premium. In the standard, we have a locally redundant data. That means your data is gonna be replicated into the same data center. Geo-redundant storage, that means your data is gonna be replicated in a different geographically stated regions. Now, just go to the shared access signature. This shows you it is a URI that grants the restricted access right to the Azure storage resources. You can provide a shared access signature to a client who should not be trusted with your storage account, but whom you wish to delegate access to a certain resources. By distributing a shared access signature URI to this client, you grant them access to a resources for a specific time and a period. That's a very important statement. If I just want someone to use this blob, allow only the blob storage, not the file or not the queue and not the table, I want them to just able to read certain things. and not write it, only a read access. And I want to start the access on 510, and I want just to give them the access for a 1 week, right, in a UTC time or maybe Eastern Standard. You can pick either, and you can just say a generate SAS. So just click over there. Okay, it will take up some time, and then your key is this is the token that you can share, and this is the blob service as a URL that you can share. Let's say I want to append a file as well. So just generate another SAS, right? So with the file, you can use the blob service for this URL, the file service using this URL up to, and it will be active from 510 to 517, and you should be just able to read, write, delete, and all that stuff, right? So this is more like controlling the shared access that you are doing. Go to the properties, and you can see the properties over here for this particular storage account, right? The subscription name is going to be a free trial. Resource ID is this. It was created on 5/6. It is a standard LRS. Provision is successful. And now just go to the logs. Okay. It does take a little bit longer to load all these things because it's running very slow right now. So there you go. It says a shared access signature. This is it's still loading right now. You just go to the automation script, right? In case of automation script, you do have an option to, let me just refresh this page. Let's go to the blob one. For example, let's just go to the file one, right? So click on the file, go to the file services and just click on the files. There you go. So as you can see, this is the file server endpoint, right? So you should be able to use this and start storing the files over here, right? Because this is your endpoint to store the particular files into this, okay? This is your table services. So you have a tables over here for the unstructured data. Right now you do not have, and this is gonna be your table services endpoint, okay? And then you have a queues. So once you have a storage account, you can have a tables, you can have a queues, you can have a file services, you can have a blob storage depending upon your requirement. And this is your queue endpoint. For each table services or for each blob storage, you will see the endpoint is very different, right? So based on whatever you pick, it will go to that particular container. All right, so now let's go ahead and create a storage account. Okay, so let's just go over here, go to the storage account, click on add, just put the name of the storage account, so new or e-learning storage account. Remember, your name is gonna be e-learning storage account.core.windows.net. You will go with the deployment model as a resource manager. The account kind is, let's just pick general purpose for now. The performance can be a premium or standard. With the premium, it will be a redundant storage. With the standard, you can just say locally redundant data or geographically redundant data, or you can go with the read access geo redundant storage. So let's just go with the standard one. Do you want to enable encryption? If you want to enable it, again, there will be additional charge on this, right? So whatever data, files, objects, whatever gets stored on the cloud, it all will be encrypted for you, right? So for now, let's just do like disable it. Subscription is going to be free trial. You can use the resource group as the existing one. Let's just say e-learning, right? That's my resource group. The location is going to be East US and just pin to the dashboard. You do have an option to automatically create it. So right now this seems like this is blocked. So just create it manually. So just click on create. So now you are creating a new storage account and with the name of e-learning storage account. It's deploying with the blob, file, table and the queue. So it will take some time before it gets created. Okay. So your account is created now. It is created primary East US. The free trial is the subscription. The subscription ID is this. Your performance is gonna be standard. Your replication is gonna be locally storage. So you have created your account with all this parameter, and let's just go over monitoring as well as a metrics now. Okay. If you go to the monitoring information, just go to the alert rules. So now we are going to create a new alert rule for your storage account. So just click on add a rules. All right. You can just specify the metrics. The name of the rule is storage amount. Capacity, for example, is greater than this many bytes over last 24 hours, then notify this particular owner. So just click on OK. So now you are creating the alert to notify when the usage goes above certain limit, right? So you created this particular rule. It is getting created for you. Just click on OK. Okay. So you created the alert. Just go to the diagnostic now. So in case of diagnostic, if there are any errors, then you can just specify this thing, right, to diagnostic. Let's just go to the overview of it, right? So where it's gonna show you all the available metrics and everything. Okay. Into the monitoring section, right? So you have a total request, you have a total egress, E2E latency, and the success percentage. So you can see all these things. If you pick a different type, right, file, then it will show you the detail for this particular endpoint. So in this lecture, what we did, we simply created a blob storage or like a storage account, and then we verified all the information about how to create, uh, how to update, how to enable the encryption for the table, for the queues, for the blob, and for the unstructured data. And also I showed you how to use the endpoints for it.